Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, paladins, shadow thieves, and epic heroes alike have all agreed to help Terri defeat the vampires in the Graveyard District. And though none of them know that any of the other people are assisting, they're not going to mind when they all realise it. Because after all, this isn't the first time in the Forgotten Realms history, or in D&D in general, where good and evil have united to defeat a greater evil, and Terri's happy for all the extra assistance. I'm not going to say that we necessarily need it, because we are exceptionally high level for this point in the game, but any assistance is better than none, especially considering what could happen when we arrive at the Graveyard District. You may think that arriving at the day is a really good idea because Bodhi can't come out and attack you during the day. Unfortunately, as soon as you arrive at the Graveyard District, it magically becomes night so that she can have her monologue. The other thing that can go very badly wrong is dependent upon if you are in a romantic relationship with anyone. I'm not going to reveal anything else and let you experience what happens when we go and face Bodhi. The Graveyard District is 0 hours away, despite it being all this distance and the fact that the streets will probably be quite crowded. Maybe we hire a carriage. Who can say? Let's go.
You are becoming an impressive pest, one that I am finding difficult to ignore.
I imagine Terri would take that as a compliment. Honestly, Terri Coleman, I simply do not know what to do with you. I grow tired of seeing you in my shadow. I'm not the one that fled our last encounter, Bodhi. Sorry if I scared you. Hardly. It was simply more important that I report of your condition to Irenicus. He has decided that it is of no importance, interesting though it is. Regardless, I have not the time to stand here discussing what you will or will not do. I have more important duties to take care of. You follow in the hopes of retrieving something dear to you. I say but the longer you keep this up, the more you will lose. Take the half-orc, for instance. His lust for power dwarfs all other concerns in his mind. He would sacrifice anything to increase his might. Even you. What say you, Dawn? I can give you more than this human ever could. Don't take the bait, Dawn.
I'll not bow to you or any worldly entity, vampire.
Excellent. You will submit to me, Dawn, one way or another. But thou must!
You live so long as I tolerate it.
Ah, you are stronger than I thought, half-orc. I would be a fool to make you stronger.
You will feel my strength now. I'll show you a darkness you never imagined.
Oh, so Dawn isn't taken by Bodhi. I think you might be the only person that isn't. And I've just realized that in the original Baldur's Gate 2, every single person that you romance has the ability to cast divine spells in some manner, be it cleric spells for pretty much all of them, with the exception of Jaheira, who casts druid spells. Why didn't I realize that before? Either way, Dawn is not going to be taken away from us, and Bodhi is leaving. There's going to be nobody helping us right now, but there are a lot of vampires that are going to try and kill us. Fortunately, these vampires are no problem for our team. Have at thee! That vampire is gone. I think the vampires scatter about, waiting to try and ambush you. But they've all pretty much decided to go at me one at a time. Which is even better because we can clear the Graveyard District of threats and explore freely. Now, quite a few of these places we can open up, but only one of them is going to lead down into the lower tombs. All the other entrances, if we examine here, this passage has been deliberately collapsed. It appears as if someone doesn't want you to come down here. The other ways in have been caved in.
If you say so.
But that's not going to stop us from exploring everywhere else while we can. There's loot to be had after all. I don't think there's going to be new loot here, but it was worth a look.
Of course.
Now there might be
That's what you
loot in here. If the party can actually, yep, there they go, pathfinding their way over. Let's open the door and have a look inside. And here are two foes. We have a skeleton warrior and a skeleton warrior. Nothing we really need to worry about. Our fighters can take care of these quite ably. Case in point, look at all the damage they're taking. And one more hit from Corgan should do the trick. There we go.
Yes.
We have treasure! It's not especially valuable treasure, but we'll take it. A two-handed sword +1, and a two-handed sword +1, and a true sight scroll. Unfortunately, Edwin can't use that, otherwise it would be a nice thing for him to learn. Now, I do believe that Terri took a hit from one of the vampires and lost a few levels, but
Go bother
I
someone
think
else.
you should be able to restore those with a lesser restoration.
How long do you intend to crack your whip?
There we go! That level is back. We're not going to rest in here, even though we could, because we want to explore the other places that will have loot in them first. We can go into the actual lower tombs when it's day or night, but the cutscene with Bodhi had to be at night. This is now unlocked, and here is just a non-magical and not especially valuable ring. But we'll take it, and there's nothing else in here to look at. So let's keep exploring around. Is there anything in here? The answer is no. We can't do anything there. The way, by the way, that we need to go down is over here. The way that Bodhi showed was the way to her guild previously in Chapter 2. Now we can go into here, and in here is some loot. And if you're wondering if there are any traps in here, you'd be absolutely right to err on the side of caution and check for them, because this is trapped. It's also locked, and this is also locked too. In here is a magical axe. I believe it's not an especially interesting one. It is a battle axe +2. Still not bad. And in here is a small pile of gold. We'll take it. And that was somebody that I wasn't expecting to be walking about. You are a mourner. Let's have a conversation.
Hello there.
Leave me be. Go find my ubiquitous halfling companion if you wish to chat merrily with someone. I wonder who you're referring to.
Nothing to.
Either way, let's go into here.
The city changes, but the fools within.
Any loot in here to be had? Let's find out. If we can navigate in. Oh look! There is a shadow fiend, another shadow fiend, and a mummy. We can take care of all of these. One purse should be sufficient. You can take on the mummy. And there's probably going to be some nice loot in there. That's the end of the shadow fiend. This is going to be the end of the mummy in a few hits. And there we go. No loot dropped by any of them. Time to check if there are any traps. I bet there's going to be. Anything else we can loot? No, just that. Nothing. Okay. It is locked, though. So at least it's 1 out of 2. And in here we have not a whole lot. We have a protection from fire scroll and a not very valuable gem. I'll take it. It's loot.
What would you have me do?
Now let's keep exploring.
You want.
Now we could go down here and then up these stairs. I haven't actually been this way, so who knows what could be lying in wait for us. Suddenly, an ambush of lizard men! It's not likely, but you never know. Ooh, there's something here we haven't opened. Let's go in. In here appears to be very little, but
You are lucky I'm here.
we'll still have a look for treasure. It's probably not going to be too much. Maybe a small pile of gold, a potion, a gem. It is locked. And there is a gem. It is a zircon gem. Not especially valuable,
That's the best you
but
can
every little
manage.
bit does help.
Of course.
Now let's
If
go
that's
up
what
here and check another place out that I haven't had a look at yet. This was a way into the lower tombs. We can't go that way though. Alas, but what can you do? What we can do is we can go into here and see if we can get to this upper area. Here we go. I can imagine Bodhi taking a look at what we're doing and wondering just what game we're playing at, because she knows full well that we know how to get in to her guild. And that brings us up to here. And there doesn't appear to be anything up here worth discovering. Ah well, it's a nice view if nothing else. So let's go to here and check out this place. We can go in. Eventually. Aha! We have a mummy, a skeleton warrior, and a mummy, and only one thing that we can loot. So, let's have at thee. We have some nasty hits going in the direction of the mummies and the skeletons. Have they managed to hit us yet? The answer is no. Oh wait, there's one hit. But it was only one. Let's identify this. 200 sword plus 1 and a sky drop gem. Probably worth a fair bit. A little bit more than all the other gems. We'll put all these in the bag of holding. Also, is it just me? Or is Dawn a bit quieter than normal?
Yes.
Yes, Dawn isn't saying anything right now. Let's have a conversation with him.
Whatever you desire.
If you can pathfind over to him. We can't. Curious.
Impressive.
I'm sure it will sort itself out in time. Any traps here we need to worry about? No, nothing to unlock either. And nothing really worth looting either. That is a burning hand scroll. We are rich beyond our wildest dreams. Oh wait, no we're not. Let's move on, shall we? Now, we haven't looked at this actually. This solemn monument has been erected to appease the Lord of the Dead, the god Kelimvor. Curious. Let's see if we can open this. We can.
Cast off your old beliefs and be saved.
You too will die for disturbing my rest. Oh, I did not know you were here. Hello, Crypt King. Have at thee. We're going to be resting after this encounter, so I think a magic missile will be used, and some ranged attacks will be fired off. You actually are able to get through our defenses, but you are now gone. There is a longsword, and that looks like a pretty interesting longsword. Now, this can be opened, and this can be opened, but I'm presuming that both of these are trapped. And I would be wrong. Neither of them are trapped. And I accidentally pickpocketed something from Dawn. You can have your ring back, Dawn. Now let's unlock this like I was planning to, and then unlock this. And find out what treasures are here. We have nothing really special there, and something that's okay there. That is a protection from normal weapons scroll. Wouldn't be too bad if we were early in the game and I wanted some high-level scrolls, at least high-level for that point. We could actually learn Spell Trap if we wanted to. I'll consider it. For now, let's look at this sword. Who has the sword? That is a good question. You have the sword! You should have it so we can identify it. This is Namara +2, also known as Never Sleep. This ancient blade is thought to have been present at some of the most influential conflicts in Faerun's history. Sightings have been noted as far north as Thay and as south as the jungles of Kult, though documentation is oddly lacking regarding the details. It is perhaps a result of the sword's ability to silence all sound within a large radius, removing the effectiveness of attacking mages but also preventing any discussion that might have followed. Silence. 15-foot radius 3 times a day for 1 turn. It's not a bad weapon, but we're not really going to make use of it, so into the bag you go.
You are lucky I'm here.
I think it's time to rest now. You may not rest
Tell me
here.
all about it.
Okay, can we rest here? Yes, we can. And you still can't talk, Dawn. Curious. Ah well,
Yes, not
let's move on. And go down into the depths. After
Go
we
bother
get
someone
you
else.
protected with stone skin and make you invisible. For we are about to enter into quite a bit of peril. Mainly peril involving vampires, but then again, you expected that considering where we're going. Let's go.
very well.
We're not going to be alone here for long, though. The Paladins of the Order of the Radiant Heart are here to fight at your side, Terri Coleman. Glorious shall our victory be if this great evil can be brought to an end. Nice to see you. We have Nerit, Eric Van Straten, and we also have Branit Althon and William Rarick. Let's move forward a little bit.
Be quick with it.
Not with everyone, though. We're going to keep Dawn back,
Yes, if you say so.
because here are some vampires. My mistress bids you welcome, Terri Coleman. You have at thee there, Dawn, and the well, that was pretty quick. I think that was the Silverblade's ability triggering there. That makes defeating these a little bit easy. And here comes a named one. You join the wretched darkness, fools. This is, I do believe, Dell. These paladins have nothing to do right now. My knights, you may return to the Order House. Terri Coleman and I shall go to face Bodhi.
Of course.
And we now just have one paladin, Eric Van Straten. Fair enough.
Fear not,
Let's
that
start
is what I
looting,
want.
because I think there's new loot to be had here. And even if it's not very valuable, it's still loot we want. In here are some wooden stakes. I really wonder why they have those there. Maybe just in case some vampires get out of control and we need to deal with them easily. I'm not going to complain at free stakes. We also got a Finger of Death and a Symbol of Death scroll. We can't learn either of them, so into the scroll cases they go. Let's move forward. We need to find more people, mainly Trist and the others,
If that's
who are this way. Eric is going to stay quite close to us, which is handy, and we have some vampires that we can stake here. The vampire retreated to this coffin once you defeated it. If you have a wooden stake, you can try to kill it. Replace try with succeed. You pound the stake through the vampire's foul heart. The creature shall prey no more on the blood of others. Hurrah! The same goes for this vampire. Now it's time to move forward and deal with more vampires up here. Terri Coleman, you're late. We've started without you. Oh, Trist. Already starting to have lots of fun. Tis hungry word, Trist. Can we eat after this? I expected more than vampires. I've barely broken a sweat. Terri Coleman and I can handle the rest. My thanks, friends. We shall meet in the graveyard when I finish the work. Always ye be getting to have all the fun, elf. Let's actually talk to Trist.
We are here, and right you were, I think, in asking for our aid. These crypts crawl with the undead. This shall be a difficult battle for us all.
I don't think it's going to be as difficult as you think, Trist. We might actually be higher level than you right now. And let's talk to Eric.
May the gods look upon you kindly.
The Paladins of the Order of the Radiant Heart are here to fight at your side, Terri Coleman. Glorious shall our victory be if this great evil can be brought to an end. Glad to have both of you along. Now, don't mind me, I'm going to loot lots of things, and then deal with that pool of blood. Now, we have something to deal with this. This unholy pool is filled with fresh human blood. You are nearly overcome with horror at the thought of the vampire's savagery. You pour one of Elhan's vials of holy water into the pool, and the result is immediate. The pool churns violently for a few moments and then calms, cleansed of evil. The pool has been cleansed, and the vampires can no longer draw energy from the blood. This should weaken the vampires, which is good, because we could do with them being a tad weaker. And so, folks, when we come back, we will continue to explore Bodhi's guild. We have been here before, of course, but we can't see what is beyond because things have changed. Mainly, there are more enemies for us to worry about, and there may even be a couple more traps that we have to deal with. But I'm sure we won't have a problem. I bet Bodhi's actually getting quite worried now. She certainly should be. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.